Thanks for tuning into the Live 5 show. This is Tetzlaff, California, and I'm Giassi Harper.
And I'm Samar. We're broadcasting live from our Live 5 show studio here on campus.
So, Samar, are you comfortable squatting down?
No, this is very uncomfortable.
Okay. Let's go gun technology.
Also, water has been reported dirty in the town.
Have you heard of the Azores? Stay tuned for my weather report if you haven't, and even if you have.
The Celtics and the Knicks are going up against each other. Let's see what happens next.
My favorite movie, Barbershop 2, is coming to theaters.
We have that story and a lot more on the other side of the break. Stick around.
Little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
Martin Luther King Jr. was a hero and a legend. He inspired many Americans. He was a teacher who taught equality. He was a man who fought for civil rights for every race. Martin Luther King Jr. will always be remembered to all. In his short life, Martin Luther King was instrumental in helping us realize and rectify those unspeakable flaws that were tarnishing the name of America. The events that took place in and around his life were earth-shattering, for they represented an America that was hostile and intolerant. So this month we offer this special tribute in honor of the great African-American hero, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Hey guys, it's Jaden here to inform you that we want you to get on the air. So send us your pics to Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, and Skype. You can also watch us on YouTube at tetzlaffCA. Make sure to tag us at #tetzlaffCA. Keep sending us the pictures all year and we'll keep putting them on the air.
Back, Trojans.
It's time for the Tetzlaff play-by-play. It was girls' soccer games first week, and they won the 2 games in this week. Let's check it out with the Live 5 show interviewer, Julian.
Hey Trojans, it's Julian here, over here at the girls' soccer game. Let's see what they have to say. Do you think the practice was tiring?
He makes us run 4 laps. Yes, because he had us run a lot, but no, because we did a lot of drills as well.
Yes, because we had to do a bunch of drills.
Do you think your team's going to play well?
Yeah. Yes, because we practice very hard.
Do you think your team will do good for the season? Why?
Yeah, because we have our positions lined up and we know how to play and what to do.
Of course, because we've been practicing and running a lot.
The girls' soccer team is playing on the field right now, and player number 5 just made a goal to make it the 11th. How do you think you and your team did?
We did good, like a lot. Like we did really good.
What do you have planned for your team to win?
We just have to practice hard, play hard, and have good sportsmanship.
What are some good plays your team did?
Well, we did like 1-2s and like overlaps and stuff like that. If you know what that is.
Do you think your team played well?
I did. We played really well, but this was our first game, so we have to work out a couple more things.
What is something your team needs to improve on?
We need to improve on our defense.
How will you improve your team?
By more conditioning. It looked like we got a little tired towards the end, so a little more conditioning.
The first game, they blew out the Ross team. They were absolutely dominating the team, and they finished with the score of 11-0. Let's see how they did on the second game with Carmenita. Tetzlaff and Carmenita, it was a very close game. So the Trojans sadly won. They actually made a score at the last minute, and the score was 3-2. Tetzlaff won, and yeah, go Trojans.
Mr. Golett will be having an important CJSF meeting in the band room today at lunch. Please make sure to attend if you are in CJSF this year.
We have a dual Action Reaction Thursdays Vines and Fridays Laugh segment. First, let's check it out with Giassi Harper. Happy Thursday, you know I come alive. Greetings, Trojans, welcome back to Vine for Vine. I'm Giassi and it's time for Vine. You already know I spit those rhymes.
All right, Brant, we're home.
Oh, you know who wants to talk to you? Brent wants to talk to you. Brent, come over here. You know how you wanted to talk to Auntie? I never said that. Now. No. Stop staring at me. No, I didn't mean to make you cry.
Really?
Uptown fun, gon' give it to ya. Saturday night, and we in the spot.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Hey, what's up? I don't know if I met you yet. I'm Faye. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hi, Ben.
Hey, what's up? Hey, dude, what time is it?
Oh, yeah, hold on. It's, oh, yeah, my phone's dead.
Yeah, nice watch you got there. Oh. Wait, no, please don't go. No, I'll never see you again. No!
They're so funny. Did you know that the Vine logo is a connected V and I the same way that the vine would wrap around a tree? Well, that's it for Vines. I know how you feel, Trojans. See you next Thursday with another Vine segment.
Next, we have Friday's Action Reaction segment. Let's check it out with Julian.
Hey Trojans, no need to introduce myself because you know me already. Now it's time for a Try Not to Laugh challenge. Let's take a look.
Tube man, wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man, wacky waving inflatable arm flailing.
Pulling in, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty.
You dream of the best around. I'ma be. I've been really trying, baby. Every time you see me, that hammer's just on. Spider-Man.
My favorite part of the video was Wacky for More! Wow, that was so funny. Anyway, did you know your brain could detect fake laughter? Oh wow, that's it for Action Reaction, and stay tuned for another Try Not to Laugh.
We'll be right back after the break.
Oh my gosh, are you okay? I'm gonna go get a teacher.
Keep the lunch tables clean, or there will be no music on Friday.
Where's the music?
Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929. He was a great wise person who worked for racial equality and civil rights in the USA. Martin experienced racism at an early age. His mother taught him how to read before he started school. He was an excellent student. In 1948, he graduated from Morehouse College. He earned his doctoral degree a few years after he married Coletta Scott. In 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. said his memorable speech, "I Have a Dream." His speech is now declared a national holiday on January 15th.
Okay.
And the Department of Homeland Security highly support this act. If a person who's not the owner tries to use the gun, it won't work unless they put a code to live out here. Hopefully this technology will make
The residents of Flint, Michigan are concerned about how their tap water looks, tastes, and smells. About two years ago, Michigan decided to switch Flint's water supply from Lake Huron to the Flint River. Some citizens thought it was a joke, but last year it just became reality. Soon after the switch, Flint residents have reported that their water began to look dirty and have a weird taste and smell. It was revealed that the tap water from Flint River was highly corrosive, 19 times more corrosive than water from Lake Huron. According to a lawsuit, Michigan's Department of Environmental Quality was supposed to treat the water with an anti-corrosive agent. Because of this, iron from water mains and lead from supply lines have gotten into the water. The state is now handing out bottled water and filters to the citizens. The citizens of Flint are waiting for the decision to be reverted.
Finally, the NFL is back in LA after 21 years. The last team was the Rams. It is officially now that they're back in LA. The Rams' new stadium is going to be in Inglewood. It's expected to be complete by 2019. For now, they're going to share a stadium with USC Trojans at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Time now checking with David on today's entertainment report.
Good morning, I'm David with today's entertainment report. I know I haven't been talking about the basketball games, so from now on, I'm gonna start talking about basketball and soccer, so sorry about that. In the movie The Barbershop 2, Calvin's shop for over 10 years has not had any appointments. Calvin and his old crew are still there, yet some big changes have been made. The previously male team has now become co-ed. However, there becomes confusion between the men and the women over sexist remarks around the shop. This comedy releases April 15th. Let's see what's going on in the world of weather. Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning, it's time for your earthquake update. In Vanuatu, there was a 4.4 earthquake this morning, and in the Geysers, California, there's a 3.5 earthquake this morning also. Before I get to the pollen, I want to talk about a very large hurricane that's going on right now. It's called Hurricane Alex. It's going to hit the Azores. The winds are blowing about 80 miles per hour right now. It will lose a bit of its intensity as it hits the Azores, but please keep them in your thoughts and to make sure everything's okay. They did have a very dangerous hurricane late last year. Today's pollen index will be a 7.7. Moving through the week, our high will be a 9.3 on Monday. Here in Los Angeles, it will be partly sunny. Moving up to the north, it will be very cloudy today. In the Midwest, it will be partly sunny. Moving into the east, they will have a chance of rain today. Down in the south, it will be sunny also. Here in Los Angeles, our high will be 62 degrees today. Moving up to the north, they'll be looking at almost freezing with low 30s. In the Midwest, low 30s also. And in the east, high 40s to low 50s, and down in the south, low 60s to low 70s. It's time for our 5-day forecast. Today's high will be 63 and our low will be 49. Moving through the week, our high will be 70 on Sunday. Don't forget to send us your birthday pics and your social pics. Simply direct message us on Instagram at tetzlaffCA. It's now time to check out the Daily Web Poll with Jace. Good morning, Jace.
Good morning, Victoria. Today we have a very special guest, Mr. Walker, or otherwise known as the principal of Cerritos High. And I'm very excited to have you on the show, but we have a lot of 8th graders who are going to be going to Cerritos High. Do you have any, Giassi in the class right now? So, do you have any, tips for them?
Sure do, Jace. First off, I want to say good morning to Tetzlaff. It's a wonderful experience to be here. What a great school. Go Trojans. Hoping that many of you will be coming to Cerritos High School next year or the year after. As far as advice for 8th graders coming into the 9th grade, I don't think the transition is as difficult going from 6th grade to 7th grade because most of you are already conditioned to have multiple teachers. But my advice would be get involved. Get involved in school. All the research out there says that If you're involved in your school, you're involved in activities, you're going to be successful not only in your academics, but beyond that in college and in your career. At Cerritos High School, we have a saying, we have excellence in academics, activities, arts, and athletics. And to give you an example, Jace, last night I was at a wrestling meet that ended about 8 o'clock at night. Our wrestlers beat Artesia, by the way.
Really?
And as I left that, I went through our dance room where I saw our cheer team, national champion cheer team, still practicing for their event this weekend. Walked outside of there, saw our dance drill team, also national champions, working well into the night. Went by our drum corps, practicing well into the night. And I could hear off into the distance our baseball team, the crack of bats, who were practicing. So there's something going on all over the place, even into the evening. Lots to do. Get involved in your school. Get involved at Cerritos. You're going to be successful.
Yeah, I'm going to have to join quite a few sports then.
But I'll count on it. What's your sport?
Football.
Football. All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you out there in the black and gold and representing the Dons.
I look forward to being there.
Great.
This week, we challenged you guys with the question, should Tetzlaff have hats? Here's what some of you said.
Hey, this is Sean Kim for the Live and 5 show. We're out in the quad interviewing students if hats should be allowed on campus. This is what you guys said. Do you think Tetzlaff should let students wear hats on campus and why?
I do think Tetzlaff should let students wear hats on campus because I like to wear hats and beanies, and I think when it's cold you could wear hats and beanies.
I think Tetzlaff should allow students to wear hats because I really don't think it's much of a distraction if you just keep it on your head. But right now, I wish I had a hat because I don't want the sun in my eyes, but.
Actually, students are allowed to wear hats on campus. If you see the hat that I wear every single day, it's for sun protection. It's in the dress code. You are allowed to wear them like this, but the dress code does talk about specific things you're not allowed to wear.
Yes, I think Tetzlaff should add the rule to allow hats inside the school because on the incredibly cold days, people can be very, very cold, and the hats actually do help contain heat.
Do you think hats could distract other students and why?
Well, it really depends because some hats can be really distracting or some can just be plain, so it really doesn't matter.
Yes, I think that the hats could be a distraction. For instance, if somebody scribbles on somebody else's hat and they just spend the entire time trying to rub it off.
I do think hats could distract other students, but I think that we should wear hats out of the classroom, but when we're inside the classroom, just take them off.
Do you think hats could benefit towards Spirit Day accounts?
Yes, I think it might benefit because it can show more creativity in the spirit.
I think there are some things we could do with some hats. It's just making sure that they meet dress code and they're not causing problems with other people on campus or outside of campus.
I think hats could benefit Spirit Day counts because a lot of kids would wear hats because they like it to wear hats.
I think just about every single hat should be allowed.
I personally like snapbacks, but beanies are cool too. And some people like other things, so.
Which was probably why it was not allowed in the first place.
I really don't know because you can use more creativity with the hats and to show that you're being yourself.
I think hats were allowed in the first place because some kids would mess around with the hats and pass them around and let other students use them.
So we interviewed students if hats should be allowed on campus, and a lot of the students said that hats should be allowed on campus. So this is Sean Kim signing off.
Here are results for this past week's poll. 64% of you said you wanted hats, 36% of you said you didn't, and none of you said it depends. Our new question is, should Tetzlaff add a 7th period? If you guys want to vote and hear your opinions on the air, simply direct message us on Instagram at tetzlaffCA. So, you don't really go to Tetzlaff, but would you think that it'd be cool to have a 7th period?
Quite frankly, my experience here has been so wonderful. Dealing with these students that you have here, the community here in Tetzlaff, California. Why wouldn't anyone want to stay longer? I say, why stop at 7? How about 8, 9? Let's go for a record. How about 10? You got great people here, wonderful teachers, and great administration. I'd say stay all night. I mean, like Giassi, that's a guy I could hang with. I'm so glad he's coming to Cerritos High. So let's go for 10 periods.
10 periods, okay. Now it's time to check out with Samara now it's time to check it with Samara. Good morning.
Alright. Hi, Jace. Okay. That whole 10-period thing kind of got me. I can't even imagine. Anywho, this hoverboard might not be the best, but it really hovers. People call it the ARCA board. It will hover up off the ground and will have you traveling 12.5 miles per hour. The hoverboard uses 36 fans, 272 horsepower to hover for 6 minutes. Its base would look like a cardboard rectangle. The ARCA board would cost $20,000. That wraps up our show for today. We'll see you on next Tuesday. Have a great 3-day weekend.